How's it going, everybody? This is going to be not a Kendo vlog, but a Kendo story. As I said in my introductory video, I probably have the eye thing over there. Um, I said that if I fail to do a vlog on a day, I would replace it with a story. Granted, this is a little late because the last Tuesday and Thursday was a while ago, but it's. I have to make this consistent. But I'm giving you two stories. After this yawn, Jesus. I also got my coffee here. So this story will be, I think, for our first Kendo story, I would tell you about my first day of Kendo. Makes sense. Um, so the reason I got into Kendo, let's add some context, is I used to, when in middle school, I used to love building my own wooden weapons and just having spars with local neighbors and friends. I was a bit of a, I call it my scrapper. I call it my scrapper days, because I made stuff out of wood scraps and fought like a scrapper. Um, and I really liked fighting. I really loved it actually. It's like people will call it weird that I love the thrill of a fight, but I do. I don't know, instincts or whatever. Um, but I didn't decide. I didn't want to do kendo during my middle school years because personally, I was scared that I'll get my butt kicked. And I'm getting a call. Denied. Okay. Um, I'm keeping that in the video. These are non-edited. That's something I've worked on myself. So going back to the story, I feared I was gonna get my ass kicked, and not until about a year and a half ago, I decided to myself, I stopped doing my scrapper days. I was focused on my senior year of high school, getting into college, and I decided to myself, that's kind of a given. Why do I care about that? So I mostly did it for the combat of it at first. Nowadays, I do it for a lot of different reasons, which I'll probably get into later at a different story or vlog or whatever. So I was like, okay, but there's no way. Oh no, there in middle school I knew that there was a dojo, but I did not go to it. I was scared of that. I was scared to get my butt kicked and being humiliated. Um, until and then for my birthday, 18th birthday, my grandpa Ron decided to buy me into kendo practice. He decided to pay a little bit. He decided to pay the fee for it and whatever, as long as I got into it. And so with that, I started my first day. Walked in with actually, do I? No, it's laundry. I was able to. I could have picked out that same outfit. Sweatpants, muscle shirt, and a flannel. And I was, it was funny. Um, and there were two people there. My current sensei, not my current sensei. Take that back completely. One of the senseis that I learned under, not my primary sensei is a name you heard already, Hiro Sensei, and another high level person. But again, like I said in my introductory, I'm not going to give out a name. He's just but he still practices with us, and he's damn good. I think he's like second Nidan or third. No, because he's a third degree Dan, so Sandan, and he's one of the better. He's an amazing dude, great guy, great kendoist too. He's very hard to. He's very challenging to get the drop on him. Um, and the sensei called sick that day, so I got to hang out with these guys and got to hear all of them. So we started with, and they showed me the ropes of what a generic kendo practice is. Doing the seiza, how to bow properly, you know, how to seiza properly, how to bow properly, how to do mokuso, all that stuff. And then we did warm ups. And granted, I wasn't athletic, I wasn't buff or anything, but I was like, I was decently flexible and athletic. I'll get to that later. Um, and it was just kind of a fun. I got to know them. I asked questions. One of my questions though was, as I was trying to learn the Japanese language for a lot of stuff, I asked one of the questions. So, is it more disrespectful to attempt saying the Japanese name like "arigato goiz"? I can't even do it still. Arigato, arigato, goizamashita, something like that. Is it more disrespectful not just not flat out use the word or attempt it but butcher it? And then here sense is like, that's a damn good question. But it's as long as you try and they know that you try, it's okay. And I still need to learn that. It's actually something on this. The sensei I practice with in Alaska is something he hammered into me. That's something I need to relearn myself, or I'm gonna be embarrassed. It's gonna be embarrassing. And I taught I was taught a basic Kamai, and I did research before this, so I was like, okay, it looks something like this, right? Here, sensei gives me like, that's a damn good looking Kamai. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, oh, cool, I'm doing right. Now give me a men. Men, that's a shitty men. Lovely. So we learned how to do. I learned how to do the basic men, and I also think I did learn Kote and Do that same day. I forgot about it. The thing I remember though, the thing I remember though, is we were talking about how Kendo requires this and that physical wise, and when endurance was mentioned, I was like, and I learned that I learned during that day, and I still fail to remember this of don't talk shit in Kendo, or it will be pushed, um, or it will be you'll be heavily tested. I was like, I have great, and I think I have great endurance. They went like, oh, really? Really? Yeah, oh, yeah, really. Okay, noted. That was tested. I don't know how. I think it was something like, there was a practice where they open up and you go for the point, and then you go through and then you turn around and go for the point. I did that for like 5 minutes straight. It felt like, and so at the, and my dad was in that same practice, and as soon as I said, "Oh, I got good endurance," he just shook his head like, "No, you're gonna pay for that." And I did, and I still pay for it now. When I talk crap, I get owned. Um, and it was fun as hell. It was a really good first practice, even though I got whooped. That's all I remember from that actually. But after that, we learned about the sensei and everything, and it was kind of now. I think it's funny now because I was thinking the sensei this big old mean dude that would just whap you in the face if you didn't do it right, and then I realized I realized and then realizing it's Sakazaki Sensei. What I know is Sakazaki Sensei. Very very ironic. So yeah, that was my first. That was the story of my that fell. That was my first day in Kendo. I got another story for you coming soon. Have a better one.